It's Gather Up Gotchard time, baby! Kamen Rider Gotchard, episode 28. Well, hey! Grayon is dealt with! He's out there being eaten up by the strange creature in the Ouroboros thing. Yeah, what is our crew supposed to do now? The bad guy's defeated. Well, first things first, everybody's getting a little bit of R&R as we catch up with Ringe, going to go visit the grandma. It's like, oh, it's cute, adorable, fun little scene. Grandma is a spitfire full of energy. She's adorable. They head to the village, and it's a cute, quaint little agricultural village. Ringe's like setting up her space while she's visiting. It's just very calm, very quaint, but she hears a little bump in the other room, and she goes like, okay, something spooky. It's a great, fun little moment. She opens the door, she looks, she's like keeping an eye on everything. She closes the door, she turns around. Uh-oh, it's a fucking yokai, and it licks her face. Ha! Wacky hijinks. It's fun, it's cute, it's a yokai. All kinds of fun and cute things. However, we have Rine and Hotaro back at the school with Minato and Spanner, and Minato's going like, do I really deserve to be a teacher again? And everyone's just like, yes. Don't feel sorry for yourself. You are a good teacher, man. You have accomplished your character arc. You don't need to keep going on about it. They're just checking up on all the stuff, you know. Going like, all right, cool. We got this many more Kimmies left to find. We'll get to it. We'll do all the things, right? The higher ups at the Alchemist Association go like, hey, good job beating Grayon. Bye. And they're just like, really, your guys aren't even going to take any responsibility for this whole situation? Alright, fuck y'all, I guess. And it's just like, yeah. And then Ringe calls up and goes like, hey, can you guys come over here? I think there's yokai. Alright, sure, we'll head on over. As a flamboyant exorcist shows up and goes like, hey, I'm gonna JoJo pose and be a little shit. And Kajiki's there and he's like, hello, I will also be a little shit. And it's just like, what's up, dudes? Where have you been, Kajiki? I appreciate you showing up. You're one of the best parts of this episode. I love it. But Hotaro and Rine head over to the village. They're trying to do a little bit of an investigation. And Rine is absolutely loving this because remember, she's a horror girl. They find Hitotama, just floating about, and they go, oh shit, we gotta go chase after it. They do. They run into the yokai. Hotaro henches into Gotchard, and it's a fun, wacky hijink of a little battle between him and the yokai. I wonder where the yokai came from. They're fucking chemies. Oh my god, they're chemies. Who would have ever thought that that these fun little goofs would be related to the major ongoing element of the show? But I digress. The exorcist guy comes in to bumblefuck, is able to scare off the chemies because he has chemies trapped in his fucking beads. And it's like, he accidentally traps another one. And it's like, okay, what's going on here? It's, we find two, I don't know what's the two ragamuffins, two assholes walking around seemingly drunk, or hungover. They start getting accosted by the yokai as, the little fucking abyssal sister comes out and goes like, alright, we'll just keep going through the plan like normal, and turns them into amalgams. We get the whole village going like, yo, exorcist dude's pretty hype, pretty dope. And basically, Rine and Hotaro all realize, oh shit, this is all related to Kimmies. We gotta fucking deal with it. And Kajiki goes like, hey, you want to hear the backstory of my cool dude? And they're like, not really? And go like, tough nuts, you're gonna, right? And the guy goes like, it basically goes like, yes, I was training to be a monk in harsh situations. And you just see that he was a lazy piece of shit. He wouldn't help clean. He was eating cup ramen while everyone else was eating the communal meal. He didn't even want to do the whole, like, waterfall thing from anime and manga. He was, like, he's dipping his toe in, the water was cold, but he tripped and fell down the river in the most hilarious guy. But he tripped and fell in the most hilarious fucking fashion. Because it's just a cliff, and they just threw a dummy over, and it's the most blatant and clear, oh, that's a dummy I've, like, ever, and it's hilarious. Absolute comedy gold. Right? But that's where he finds the beads, where the Kimmies were. And basically he wished for some kind of help, and they were like, you know what, this guy's pathetic enough, we can help him out. And they're like, okay, so that's where all this kind of happens. And then the Malcolms attack. The Exorcist can do nothing to them. Rine and Ringe get everybody to safety, while Hotaro transforms into Platinum and just wrecks their shit. Because, again, he's Platinum, he's dope. And it's just really cool, really amazing. Something I thought of while looking up Platinum some more. His arm and shin guards, they feel a little bit like Ghost. They remind me of Ghost, like that one specific form, maybe. You know what I'm going on about. You see what's in my mind's eye. The two guys who got turned into Malcolms are revealed to be land sharks. They're trying to speculate on the land that the village is on, and the village is kind of like, yeah, we don't want to sell, but like, none of us have kids. All of us are getting on in age. Maybe it is a good idea to, like, sell our land. Not to these guys. These guys are assholes. But in general, you know? And Rine's like, oh, that makes me sad. Exorcist guy gets a legitimate oracle. And they're going like, yo, what's up? I just did a real thing. And Hotaro and Rine are just like, okay, we gotta figure out the situation for realsies. Right? As one of the members of the village is walking outside, and he starts to scream, and everyone goes like, what's going on? This episode was an absolute delight. It was a delight after the big intense fight we had last time. Again, roller coaster. You can't keep going up, you can't keep falling. Sometimes you gotta just build up speed, you know? And this is just like fun, exuberant, happy-go-lucky comedy. It's good, it's solid. And that's my alarm for 2 p.m. Not having time blindness is fun. I'll probably cut that out. But it does still tie in a little bit to the themes of empathy that Gotchard has been going on. Celestial Kimmies in the beads have empathy for the pathetic man. And go like, this guy's kind of pathetic. Let's help him out, right? And ultimately, the Exorcist pathetic man is preying on, like, helping people for what is essentially a scam. Here's the thing. He doesn't ask for money. It just seems like he's really happy just getting praised. Like, he's a booster gold. That's what he is. He's a very booster gold, like, kind of dude. Where it's like, yeah, no, I like being a hero. I like helping people. But, like, I like me mostly, you know? That very egotistical hero. It's good. This was just a fun romp. Just an absolute delight. The fights were fun. Camera work was good. Acting was solid. Like, all the little elements were good. They were solid. This isn't the best episode of Gotchard in general, but, like, it's a good, solid, above-average episode. Just fun. You know what's also fun? Following me on social media platforms. You can go follow me on Blue Sky. Do all that kind of stuff. Hey, look, links in the description. And if you like videos like this, you can support me on Patreon for as little as $1 a month, and you can get an extra video every single week. Recently, I have been reviewing Kamen Rider Agito. So if you want to see my thoughts on Agito, as little as $1 a month on Patreon, and my eternal thanks for any money you decide to give me. But that's not where a Boingo Rider Kamen Rider video ends. We still got comments. Okay, boy howdy. This name. Okay, I'm going to go slow, and hopefully I will get this right. Muhammad Fahim. Okay. Hopefully I got that right. We may be entering the Legend arc. We haven't seen anything of Legend this episode, but hey, Legend's getting another toy, so who knows? That's been floating around. Next up from Slime Beast. Yeah, Hotaro deserves at least 2 days of sleep after everything he's been through. And I think he got it. It's very clear that it's been a couple days, and they're like taking their rest, and they're doing all. Hotaro got his beauty sleep. And yeah, I kind of like the El Dorado theme with Grayon. It's like, oh, that'd be cool. That'd be fun to play with that idea, you know. Next up from Just Some Random Guy. Yeah, that was last episode was very much an ending to an arc. And Gotchard has been very, very arc-based. Like, it's not as super heavy arc-based as, like, Geats was. Geats is very clear. This is the beginning, middle, and end of an arc, right? But, Gotchard has similar arc-y vibes. Which totally makes sense, because Hotaro is basically just a hot-blooded shonen protag. And yeah, totally agree. Grayon, is not done. He's not gone. The creature in the Ouroboros has a plan for him. Something's going on there. But next up from Permanently Paper. Yeah, I kind of agree that the group pension didn't like hit, but I think it's just partially because it had the train house thing. Like, I have a feeling the final form tension will be really cool, really dope. I like Grayon, I've been saying Grayon's, Garon's motivation. Because, like, yeah, it's that kind of whole destroy the world villain kind of motivation. But, like, it totally makes sense where he's coming from. It is, I want to see the world perfection in my own view, which inherently will destroy the world, because I don't give a shit about it the way it is, you know? It makes sense for his character. Yeah. And thank you for doing a little bit of Google Foo. Apparently, in 1904, because they said 120 years ago in the past, they sealed up the creature. 1904 was the Sino-Prussia War. Like, that was a very important war. Because it was about, like, waterways, I think. But that is also part of that did impact part of the reason why World War I and II happened the way they did. History, everybody. It's all connected. I could see it being connected to the, that, though. I could, like, there's nothing specific, but I could see it happening. You know? There could be something there. There could be something there. We'll have to see. Though I do think anything U.S. occupation in terms of military history, I don't know if Japan ever really wants to touch upon that, except like, Sengoku Jidai elements. I don't know. Do not quote me. Guys, just a thought. Next up from Fish Pop. Yeah, Ringe and Sabimaru like have been the MVPs of the show, and I could definitely see them getting Rider belts. Maybe not in the show, but definitely post-show or in like a big movie. I could definitely see that happening. Also, Crosshopper just peeking up out of the suit. It's great. It's a fun little detail. It lessens the intensity of the suit, and it makes it have like a fun comedy edge. It reminds me of like Gear 5 Luffy, because it's like, it's meant to be like, everyone expected this big badass thing, and it's like, no, it's This is the character. This is Hotaro. He's not some big, badass, dark, brooding dude. He's a guy who's gonna wear, like, a little grasshopper buddy on his chest because it's fun, you know? And I wouldn't doubt any Gundam references that they could make, considering, like, they're both related to Bandai and everything. So, yeah. Yeah. Finally, from Esconde. Yeah, an interesting thing with Garon using the Dread Type 3. Type 3? Yeah, Type 3, because 1, 2, 3. Yeah. It's like he uses the club, and no one else has used the club yet. Because, like, his plan's kind of a blunt force idea, you know? It kind of works. Yeah, Minato showing that you can come back from negativity. It's always a nice thing. Also, I noticed something. If you go frame by frame at the end kick with Platinum Gotchard, Crosshopper is doing part of the kick. But if you look at the leg, Ten-Liner is in the leg. So all three of them are working together to do that rider kick. Just really just showing, like, working together and empathy and all these different kinds of things. It's so good. Okay, so the creature's name is apparently Hermes Trismegistus, you know, 3. He brought up how, like, tri is 3, and 3 is a big important number. It has 3 eyes, and this is apparently from a blog post about the show, from the staff. And you know what? That kind of makes sense, because, like, we've had the motif of 3s in this show for a long while, because we had 3 main riders, the 3 Abyssal Sisters, the 3 side friends, Ringe, Sabimaru, and Kashiki, right? We've had 3 past heroes, Kyoka Minato, and the 1 friend who died, like that, the previous generation, right? 3 parental figures with Rine's dad, Hotaro's dad, and Greyon. There's something here, and that's interesting. I wonder if it's going to play into, like, any sort of major theme, or if it's just kind of more like, this is just a fun motif we can play with. You know what's also a fun motif you can play with? That subscribe button. So subscribe to see videos like this and many more. Like, comment, do all the things, and I hope to see you around. Big thank you to my Patreon supporters, Esconde and Scott Firestein.